Hi everyone, it's Susan. I'm gonna watercolor ornaments. I don't really have a plan. I don't have a stamp set. So I'm just gonna freehand them. I'm gonna be using beautiful Baubles Add-Ons by Tailored Expressions because it's got the string chain and the little doohickey thing that you attach, goes to the ornaments. But I'm just gonna paint them freehand. So I'm starting with a piece of mixed media paper because my understanding is the Tombow markers, which is what I'm going to use, work best on mixed media paper. And I have my favorite things, Rectangle Extraordinaire. It comes with the outer piece and an inner section that you can mask off the ins portion and stamp around the edge, or do it this way, which is what I'm going to do. So I've cut a piece of cardstock the exact same size as my paper, as my stencil. I've sprayed it with pixie spray. This stuff is, you need this. Just, it's so easy to work with. Okay, so I've sprayed that. I'm gonna put this down on here. And this, I'll cut this down because this is actually 4.5 by 6. So it's too big for a card, but it's just easier to line up when it's the same size. All right, so what I want to figure out is I want to possibly have 2 ornaments. So I'm going to figure out roughly where I want them. And then I'm thinking season's greetings. And if I put that, I can always add that after. Yeah, okay. So what I'm gonna do is very, very lightly. I don't know that I trust myself to draw a circle, like a very good one. So I've got these circle dies. You can use a stencil, and which I have one, a circle stencil, but for the life of me, I can't find it. So I'm thinking if I do something like this, and then have like one in behind. Normally I do things in 3s. It's more visually appealing, but I think if I do this and have the sentiment to off center, I'll be okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to lightly, very light pencil mark. I don't know if you can see those. I tried to go really light, but. So now to choose colors. I want to do something a little non-traditional. This lately has been my favorite color. It's a Tombow number 346. I don't know what the actual name of it is, but I love it. And then maybe a pink. Maybe I'll go pink. That could be fun. Maybe a blue. Anyways, we'll start with this guy. Because I want this one, the bigger one, in the back, I know I don't need this line to follow, so I'm going to erase that. All right, so I'm going to bring in my water. And I like to use a really little brush, just because I can work in smaller areas. But I like to add my marker and then use my brush to pull out the color and move it around. I might need a bigger one actually for this area. But you can see how that, oh, I love this color. Makes me so happy. Okay, so I need to add more bigger areas to get done better, faster. This video was originally about an hour long, so I'm speeding up all of the coloring portion. You can still see what I'm doing. My technique is the same all the way through. I add ink and then I pull it out with a wet brush, and I repeat the process until I'm happy with what I see. So what I do is I add one layer of ink, and then I will dry that layer. As I'm too impatient to let it dry naturally, I use a heat gun. And then I come back in with another layer and build up the color that way. And it gives you a lot more depth and texture because you see the individual layers and the edges of them. It's beautiful. Okay, I'm going to dry this. Okay, this is not really a necessity. Let's pull that off. But now I need to pick another color. So maybe this blue. Hold on, let's try this one. Ooh, this one. Okay, so I'm going with 565. This one is 346, this color here, and I'm going to go with 565 for the other color. One of my favorite things about watercolor is, I'm not sure if you can see this. Let me just, yeah, see all the dried line edges in here? I love that look. It's one of my favorite things about watercolor. I wonder if I'm gonna like just 2 ornaments. I like it. Okay, so let's stamp those. VersaFine Onyx Black, because it's watercolor friendly, and I might do some more watercoloring. So let's use that one. I'm going to do this a few times, get a really, really deep, rich black. I like it. I think I'm going to add the sentiment now. What if I embossed? I embossed a bunch of these on here in white. I'm going to go for it. What the heck? All right, I need some embossing buddy, whatever it is. Mine is broken. The brush is like right off, but I still have powder in there, so I just drop it on and then use a brush to move it around. All right. Oh, I hope I don't regret this. Oh, let's see. Let's just do it. It's just a card. If I don't like it, I can redo it. Okay, so let's ink these up. I'm using my Wow embossing pad. Okay, so then I need a scrap paper. And I've got a ginormous jar of this Wow Opaque Bright White Super Fine powder. Love this stuff. Oh yeah, I'm gonna like it. This, you can see here that my doohickey things, they weren't dry, so there's powder stuck to them, and I don't want those embossed, so I'm just gonna brush that away, clean that off, and then there won't be any powder there. Okay, let's dry this. Okay, I love it. Oh, I love it when you're unsure about something and you do it anyway and it works. It's like, yes, makes me happy. All right, so I want to do a bigger one down here. Add this one, and then I will add some splatters. Yeah, you can't really see when you look over top, but if you look to the side, I can see that there's wet ink there. So that's going to work. Okay. Oh, I'm liking this. I think I'm going to add a wash. I have the urge to go gray. I don't know. Not sure if it's going to work out, but that's what I'm going to do. All right. Oh, okay. Wish me luck. Okay, so another thing you can do, instead of adding the marker straight to the paper, I saw someone do this where they took the paint, the ink off the marker, and then added it on this way. See, it's not quite as dark. Get a little more control. But I'm just going to do it like this. What I did here to stop the water from running into the ornament and picking up the color from there, making it bleed again, because it's watercolor, right? As soon as water touches it, it's going to move, is I added my ink, started with my brush, and I tilted the paper to help the water run away from the ornament. And this really worked. Okay, so now I'm gonna splatter. So I have just this Crafters acrylic paint, white, that I got at the dollar store. And I just add whoops, that's a lot. I'll just take a wet brush and cross my fingers. I don't regret doing this. All right, so now I've got Lawn Fawn stitched rectangle stackables. I have both the large and the small set in here. I just put them all together. So let's see, what do we want? Perfect. I'm going to go with, what is this one? So it's from it's the largest one from the small set. I used lots of adhesive on the back of this panel because it is watercolor. It kind of warped quite a bit. So there's lots of adhesive, craft foam, and then I put it on my card base with some black cardstock underneath it. Thanks so much for joining me, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe learned a few tricks along the way. I had fun doing it, and you're going to definitely see more Tombow markers in my future videos. I love them. I will try to list everything that I used below, and if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I'd love to see you when I do my next video. Thanks, you guys. Take care. Bye.